Next on Eyewitness News.
The search is on for a man convicted of sexual battery who escaped from court after the verdict. I'm Maya Rodriguez at Orleans Criminal Court. Where things stand now, coming up.
Controversy arises over who gets vendor space in the New Orleans French market, why the policy could soon change.
And for 34 years, he's been the last word on TV sports in the city. Now, as Jim Henderson retires, we turn back the clock to revisit the humor and style he brought to sports coverage in New Orleans.
From WWL-TV, the spirit of Louisiana, this is Louisiana's news leader. Channel 4's Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Angela Hill.
And I'm Dennis Woltering. Police are searching for a man convicted of sexual battery who fled an Orleans Parish courtroom after his conviction. Yesterday
evening, a jury convicted 32-year-old Teddy McGee of second-degree sexual battery for a 2010 assault on a woman. But after the jury's verdict, he disappeared. Maya Rodriguez joins us live now from Orleans Criminal Court with the story. Maya?
Well, Angela and Dennis, nearly 24 hours after his conviction, McGee remains at large, and questions remain about how he was able to slip out of court after the jury's verdict. It was an unusual case from the start, a second-degree sexual battery case involving Teddy McGee, the victim refusing to cooperate with prosecutors and going so far as to testify in McGee's defense.
She refused to return phone calls, did not respond to any letters, refused to come in and talk with us about the case.
Because of the violent nature of the sexual assault, though, the DA's office pursued the case anyway, and a jury agreed with them last night, convicting McGee of the crime. But as the lawyers and judge were discussing a sentencing date, McGee fled the courtroom.
You know, in all fairness, it's not something that happens every day. This is something that very infrequently happens, but it happened with what we consider to be a very violent person.
Orleans Sheriff Marlon Gusman's office handles security at the courthouse. A statement released today said, quote, McGee was not remanded into our custody by the judge after the verdict of guilty was rendered. McGee exited the courtroom, went downstairs, and exited the building. A spokesperson for the criminal court judges, including the presiding judge, Ben Willard, declined to comment, saying it was an issue for the sheriff. Another twist in the case, the victim was taken into custody herself for contempt of court because of an outburst in the courtroom after the verdict was read, and according to court documents, possibly helping McGee escape from custody. Now, at this point, McGee faces 20 years to life on the sexual battery conviction, and he now faces more charges because of his escape. We'll have much more tonight at 6. We're live at Orleans Criminal Court. Maya Rodriguez, Channel 4 Eyewitness News. Dennis and Angela.
All right, Maya, thanks.
Well, New Orleans police have arrested a suspect in the shooting of a 9-year-old boy in New Orleans East in December. Police say witnesses identified 38-year-old Aaron Sleeper as the shooter. Investigators say Sleeper opened fire on a passing vehicle while a 9-year-old boy played in the 6900 block of Salem Drive. The boy was injured in the shooting.
A federal judge has delayed by 1 day the sentencing of 5 former NOPD officers convicted in the Danziger Bridge shootings and cover-up in 2005. Judge Kurt Engelhardt moved the sentencing from April 3rd to April 4th, but did not give a reason why. Back in August, Kenneth Bowen, Robert Gisevius, Anthony Villavaso, and Robert Falcon all were convicted on charges related to the fatal shootings, and Arthur Kaufman was convicted of taking part in a cover-up.
Well, we've been experiencing a lot of changes in the weather. So far this week, it's gone from chilly back to warm.
And now we're in for some showers tonight, which could turn into heavy storms tomorrow. Jonathan Myers is in the Weather Center with a look at what we can expect. Jonathan?
Well, I think it may be more like heavy rain than heavy storms, but in any case, it's rain that we do need. Let's take a look at some of the rainfall right now, and you see there's not a whole lot out there, a couple of sprinkles at most. Now, down west of home, we do have a couple of heavier showers right around Franklin. And it looks like over the next 60 minutes or so, that's going to continue to push off to the north. Exactly in the next 30 minutes on the storm path, we'll call it Napoleonville back to about Franklin and Morgan City, a line just north of there. And it looks like that's going to continue to spread inland as we go into the rest of tonight. Precision cast for tonight, you see some of those extra clouds as we toss over to our max source that we've got a couple of clouds now rolling in. I think those will thicken as we go through about midnight tonight. Temperatures only falling into the 60s. And it looks like a mainly dry start to tomorrow. I think some spotty showers, maybe some heavier rain coming for tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures in the 70s and more rain on the way. We'll tell you just how much in a couple of minutes.
All right, Jonathan, we'll see you later on.
Vendors at the French market are gearing up for a battle with the board over how space is rented out. For 20 years, vendor stall assignments have been based on tenure, but the French Market Corporation's new director wants to change parts of that policy. Katie Moore explains.
The French Market is a New Orleans landmark, full of vendors selling their wares. For decades, the French Market Corporation has assigned vendors to their stalls based on tenure or seniority.
We cannot go forward in attracting new vendors, attracting new visitors, attracting new business if the stagnation of same old is always there.
The current policy allows vendors to keep their tenure and their space as long as they don't miss more than 28 consecutive days setting up shop.
They can be in Toronto, they can be in San Francisco, other places, operating markets, because they only have to be in the city of New Orleans, renting and having a prime location 12 days out of the year.
Deal with that particular problem, those people. This is a wide net that you're hoping will stop that problem, and it's encompassing too many people who aren't doing anything wrong.
Another problem is vendors subletting their space, allowing new vendors in while those with more tenure have to wait in line. But without tenure, vendors say, the positioning would jeopardize their livelihoods.
Without the tenure process, there's no way of being fair, really.
If we're going to be able to offer better sites, progress, promotion to the lower tenured people, that's how it works. If you miss a weekend and you go to the end of the line and you start over.
If the vendors' reactions are any indication, any changes to the policy will face an uphill battle. Katie Moore, Channel 4, Eyewitness News.
The 8 proposed changes to the tenure policy will be the subject of another meeting to refine them before the Board of Directors' February board meeting. Pizzolatto is hoping the final changes in policy will take effect March 1st.
Another major piece of the 100-year storm protection plan in the New Orleans area is now in place. The Army Corps of Engineers installed a 50-foot gate at the Seabrook Ridge. The Corps says it will only be closed if a storm surge threatens the area. It's part of the permanent protection to keep flooding out of New Orleans East, the 9th Ward, and St. Bernard Parish.
Now turning to campaign 2012, Florida voters are choosing the Republican candidate they want to challenge President Obama in November. State polls predict that Mitt Romney will finish on top tonight, but Newt Gingrich is still campaigning hard to secure those last-minute votes, and they're both on the attack.
Well, I would say that when you outspend 5-1 with ads that are dishonest, that it's a challenge.
People realize that if they want to see change in Washington, you can't just elect the same people to take different chairs.
Rick Santorum and Ron Paul are skipping Florida and plan to have speeches from Nevada tonight, which is the next caucus state. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 5, it's a way to reach out to young people to try and stop the violence.
I'm Sally Ann Roberts in the 7th Ward with quiet heroes who are using beats to spread the peace. I'll have their story coming up.
Plus, it's Jim Henderson's last day here at Channel 4, and after his final 5 o'clock sportscast, a look at the story that puts sandwiches ahead of sports for at least one day.
The Milwaukee homicide rate was reduced by 52%.
Mayor Mitch Landrieu is pushing for another city's crime plan in New Orleans. But will the Milwaukee model work here at home? Find out as Paul Murphy travels north to talk to critics and supporters. Thursday at 10 on Channel 4.
Confidence. Available in color. Depend for women is now peach. Looks and fits like underwear. Same great protection. Depend. Good morning. Great day.
Wherever you live in New Orleans, NOLA Wise can help you make your home more comfortable and save energy. Call 523-WISE now to get the job done.
I'm NOLA Wise.
Get wise. NOLA Wise.
Call us now at 523-WISE.
I need my money fast. Do you have refund anticipation loans?
No, sorry.
Do you have refund anticipation loans?
No, not this year.
Do you guys offer refund anticipation loans?
No.
Can't find anybody that does refund anticipation loans.
Thank you for calling Fast Tax. May I help you?
Do you guys offer refund anticipation loans?
Yes, we do.
Call or come by any Fast Tax office today. We offer refund anticipation loans. Call 942-8000.
Southeast Louisiana, buy Hyundai. Buy today. Buy Hyundai for as low as $169 a month. Get the #1 selling Sonata, the #1 warranty, and even the 2012 North American Car of the Year, the Hyundai Elantra. Buy Hyundai. Buy today. Buy Hyundai for as low as $169 a month. Award-winning vehicles, America's best warranty, thousands less at your Southeast Louisiana Hyundai dealer. And visit us online. Buy Hyundai. Buy today.
Cox Super Savings Tip number 3. Looking for the fastest way to save? Get Cox High-Speed Internet. Cox was rated America's fastest internet provider by PCMag.com, so you can do more. Even stream sports with ESPN3.com. With Cox High-Speed Internet, you'll get all this for just $19.99 a month. So call, click, or come by today. The best deals are also online. When you want the fastest way to save, we're there.
Play Louisiana Powerball. Jackpot $170 million. Wednesday.
Download our free app for your smartphone at WWL-TV.com. Coming up, new at 6.
With 24 murders so far in 2012, NOPD Superintendent Ronald Surpass isn't just defending his department approach to fighting violent crime. He's also defending the department's practice of revealing the criminal records of some murder victims. In his weekly commentary, Clancy Dubose weighs in and takes a side in the controversial tactic. That's all new tonight at 6 o'clock.
At a time when the crime is New Orleans' #1 concern, some young people are trying to spread the peace through music. They are rappers with a positive message they hope will catch on, and they speak from experience. Sally Ann Roberts reports on these quiet heroes of the week.
It is godly rap that promotes nonviolence. They call themselves The Rapture. And with their music on YouTube and played occasionally on local radio, they're getting noticed.
Number positive feedback. Like, I seen you on a video. I ain't even know you rap. You talk about God. Yeah, and I like that.
The group was started by Don Thomas, a local contractor who in his spare time mentors young men in the 7th Ward.
But as more people get more involved in the young people's lives, it can make a big difference.
And these are talented young people. The music video was shot and edited entirely by 16-year-old Terry Johnson.
Like, that dude's like, I did a good job on it. But they made the video. I'm just a man behind the camera.
This is more than an artistic pursuit for these young men who are tired of violence.
It needs to stop. Like, why? Why is it going on? So we established this group trying to get everyone to change their thinking, because that's where it starts.
Murder, lying,
Juan Jordan's family has been ripped apart by violence. His brother Lawrence was murdered in the 7th Ward on January 1st, 1995.
And then 2 months later, my other brother get killed. That's March 1st and January 1st. I mean, it just don't stop. 19, a couple of years later, I mean, a couple of my friends get murdered. I mean, it's like you almost get used to it, but you can't get used to it.
And you never get over it. Lionel Simmons' sister Cody was murdered in 2008.
Are you doing this for your sister?
Everybody.
His beloved sister. Sally Ann Roberts, Channel 4, Eyewitness News.
We need rain, and we're going to get some rain tonight and tomorrow.
Looks like we could get at least a little bit. The computer model's not spitting out quite as much as they were earlier on today, but we'll get into that in a second. First, we do see some of the clouds starting to accrue here on our Skycam picture, and it looks like those clouds will thicken, and maybe some spotty showers could develop as early as tonight and especially into tomorrow. Let's take a look at what happened today. Yeah, it was a warm one and a little more humid with a little bit of a different feel at Kenner. 77 degrees, getting up to 74 out of Park, 72 at Folsom, should be only at 63 this time of year, so that really does show you that difference in air mass starting to move in. And even this morning with the extra humidity, temperatures not falling quite as far, quite as fast. Kenner 60 degrees, 59 at Audubon Park, 50 at Folsom, and 62 at Grand Isle. Now, I mentioned that we do have some humidity moving in and some warmth, but not a whole lot of rain just yet. Right now on the radar, all you see is way out west. We've got one lone shower here. Could be a little on the, I'd say, moderate moderate side. Morgan City back to about Baldwin, south of Pierre Part, almost actually outside of our area. We do have some of that rain kind of pulling in off the coast. Storm path kind of hanging it in that area over about the next hour. Now, as we zoom out, what do you see here? Well, you see more showers starting to develop over the Gulf of Mexico. It's mainly just clouds right now. Some of these could spread in overnight tonight, but again, especially into Wednesday. So break out that umbrella once again. Let's take a look outside, and what you see is what you get. Pretty much mostly cloudy skies. The airport now at 72, 70 at Audubon Park, 69 at Slidell. Humidity levels, as I mentioned, have really come up, especially over yesterday when it was a pretty dry feeling day. Now 71% our dew point, 60 plus. That is uncomfortable when you have 60 plus, and winds out of the south at 9 miles an hour. Still barometric pressures holding sway. That's fair weather above 30 inches. But with those winds out of the south, and not only will we see our weather probably deteriorate later on tonight, but also we'll keep those temperatures warmer. 72 degrees here in New Orleans right now, 78 at Brownsville, 73 at Dallas. All the cold air locked in the Intermountain West all the way up into the upper Midwest, right around Minneapolis, behind a cold front. But that front is going to start moving south. Going to take a few days to get here, and could be some rain in the interim, but we will have some cooler temperatures in the forecast. Tell you about those in the 7-day. But first, let's get to the rain. You see all the way through tonight into tomorrow. Through tomorrow evening. Now it looks like it's mainly on the North Shore, but we could see maybe half an inch to an inch and a half of rain, maybe locally higher amounts up into Mississippi, especially in this area in blue and purple. Here in New Orleans, could be around a half an inch in spots, but at least, hey, it's going to be some rain. Now a 20% chance of a shower going into the remainder of the evening. Now into tonight, about a 30% chance of showers and storms. It's going to be kind of spotty at best. Now into tomorrow, we build it a little bit more, especially north of the lake, 60% chance of rain and storms. Then that moves off the coast. It looks like it could dry out at least temporarily. Still staying warm though for Thursday on into early Friday before more rain moves in by Friday afternoon and Friday night. Tonight temperature 59 to 64, patchy fog, scattered showers around, 7-day forecast. Groundhog Day, by the way, on Thursday, 75 to 80. Look at that all the way through Saturday. Hopefully cooler and drier by the end of the weekend. Could be wet for some parades Friday, Saturday.
We don't want to hear that.
No, we don't. Coming up, Super Bowl Media Day is usually a circus, but there's a different type of distraction this year.
And Tulane coach Curtis Johnson notches a recruiting coup, picking up a local standout. Jim Henderson with that and more next.
These days, while everyone's finding ways to cut back, you're still making sure that your family gets the meals they love. During the church's Chicken Sandwich Celebration, try one of our 4 different crispy chicken sandwiches, each with fries and a drink for only $2.99. Choose from original, spicy, honey barbecue, or buffalo. You can also pick up 9 mixed pieces of our hand-breaded chicken for only $9.99. So, bring home the variety that's sure to make everyone happy. Only at Church's. You bring it home.
A lot of patients are using toothpaste to clean their dentures. You really want to be careful. You can't use something as abrasive as a toothpaste because it will cause scratches. As a result of those scratches, bacteria will get lodged in that denture, and as they multiply in the mouth, the odor can get stronger. I always advise my patients to use Polident. It has specific agents in it that can kill bacteria. Using Polident daily, you definitely will not be creating the scratches. You're going to have a fresh, bright smile, and you're going to feel confident.
Please continue to hold. The next available claims representative will be with you in 97 minutes. And if you've got cut rate insurance, there's nothing you can do about this. So get Allstate. The only insurance company that guarantees your claim experience won't be mayhem. Like me.
Introducing the Claim Satisfaction Guarantee, only from Allstate. Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate.
I live alone, so I worry. If I have an emergency outside my home, how do I call for help?
Go to SafeLink.com today to get a free phone and 250 free monthly minutes. Pay nothing, no contracts, and no hidden fees. Don't worry, you cannot go over your free minutes, and you can purchase more if you need them. You may qualify if you participate in programs such as food stamps or Medicaid. Get local and long-distance calls, texting, and more.
I spread the word about SafeLink's free service.
Program limits Lifeline support service to 1 per household. Apply today at SafeLink.com.
10 standard airbags, a 5-star overall safety rating, Toyota Care, and a 2012 IIHS top safety pick. We didn't just reinvent the best-selling car in America. We reinvented peace of mind. the reinvented 2012 Camry from Toyota. Get an incredible zero drive-off lease on a new 2012 Camry. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a complimentary maintenance plan with roadside assistance.
Tulane bags a big recruit.
Feather in Curtis Johnson's cap, the powers of persuasion when it comes to football recruiting often require a local accent. Curtis Johnson speaks the language, and it was persuasive enough to bag his first big-time commitment locally today. That would be Darian Monroe of East St. John, who decommits from Texas A&M to Tulane and the Wave's new head coach. Monroe was both a quarterback and a cornerback with the Wildcats, but it was his talent for picking off interceptions rather than avoiding them that will bring him uptown. He's rated as the nation's number 23 senior cornerback by one national recruiting service after recording 8 interceptions with East St. John. Monroe will make it official when he signs with Tulane on National Signing Day tomorrow morning. Super Bowl Media Day always has its share of distractions, whether it be reporters in wedding dresses or questions like, what's your favorite Madonna song? But this year's diversion centers around the Manning, who won't be playing on Sunday, since he normally is the quarterback who takes the field in Indianapolis. Much of the national media is focused on Peyton Manning's uncertain future with the Colts. He's due a $28 million bonus on March 8th, which Colts owner Jim Irsay hasn't committed to picking up yet. Peyton's just hoping to deflect any attention away from himself that he can, and thinks by week's end he'll be able to.
Well, I can't explain it. It's not the way it should be, and I really don't think it will be as the week goes on. You can't talk about pass rush or a defensive line matchup every single minute of a day. So there are other things that you have to fill time with. And so I know I'm excited about what this week is. It's about the city of Indianapolis hosting its first Super Bowl. I think the city's going to do a great job. It's already off to a great start. Look at the weather that the host committee has dialed up. I really think Indianapolis will get another one. I really do.
The Oklahoma City Thunder came into Los Angeles last night with the best road record in the NBA. They left with one more loss later, and Kendrick Perkins being relegated to Blake Griffin's poster child. In the matchup of division leaders, Kevin Durant would contribute 36 points to the effort for the leaders of the Northwest Division, but his was just another jam. Blake Griffin's was his latest in a long list of wows. In the third quarter, Chris Paul sets up Griffin on the patented pick and roll, and he files a flight plan over Kendrick Perkins, who can only scowl and bear it. Griffin had 22. And Paul navigated through the traffic with the ball on a string for 2 of his 26 points to go along with 14 assists. The Clippers take it 112-100. And that's sports.
All right. This is a bittersweet day here at Channel 4. This is a special day for all of us here at Channel 4 who have worked with Jim these past 34 years. His final 3 sportscasts on Channel 4.
All of you, all of us who have watched Jim over the years have come to admire his amazing talents as a writer and a broadcaster. We have also come to love his humor, and it's on full display in this piece from The Vault, produced when the Final Four came to town in 1987.
Jim Boeheim, Rick Pitino, Jerry Tarkanian, Bobby Knight, the fortunate foursome who survived on The Road to Gentilly. Franklin Avenue, to be exact, home of the world-famous Po' Boy Bakery. The bakery, lovingly referred to by University of New Orleans students as the House of Cramps, has caught Final Four fever. Recognizing that UNO's the host school this week, it's created special sandwiches in the Final Four coach's honor.
Hey, I'll have that Jim Boeheim low-cal, low-key special. Okay.
Most basketball fans swear Jim Boeheim was the president of the Projection Club when they were in high school. Jim's sandwich features lettuce and alfalfa sprouts, lightly garnished with mayonnaise on Melba toast. And what complements the finished creation better than a lukewarm glass of New Orleans tap water?
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your lunch.
Y'all have one of those Rick Pitino sandwiches?
Okay, sir.
The Rick Pitino is for the man-sized appetite. Start with muffaletta bread. Add liberal portions of cheese and Italian cold cuts. Sprinkle with olive oil and include a subtle reminder that he's the coach of the Providence Friars.
Bon appetit.
Daintier appetites are also satisfied.
I think I'll have the Tark the Shark.
Freshly caught Lake Pontchartrain hammerhead is lightly fried to a golden, flaky texture. This suggestion from the chef, ordering the Tark the Shark with instructions that it be well done, may be advisable.
Hello, Jim. How you doing?
Good, Kaz. Say, I think I'll have the Bobby Knight.
The Bobby Knight special? What do you want the Bobby Knight special for? Nobody orders that.
The Bobby Knight is a liberal portion of tongue, delicately spiced with just a hint of Tabasco, cayenne pepper, red pepper, and mustard. It leaves the discriminating palate with a gentle memory of New Orleans Cajun heritage. This reminder from the proprietors, these specials are available for a limited time only.
You're going to miss that sense of humor, I'll tell you that. And the writing is just amazing. I mean, everyone remembers the championship season for the Saints. You know, pigs have flown, hell is frozen over. But a lot of people don't remember some of the other comments you made that year. When the Saints beat the Tampa Bay Bucks, your gang has been planked, your swash has been buckled. When they beat the Washington Redskins, you said, what a difference a preposition makes. Games like this used to happen to the Saints, now they happen for the Saints. I mean, where do you get lines like that?
I stole most of them.
Well, if it's God talking to you, tell him to start talking to me.
You guys are so sweet. I need to point out, that story was the first story I ever did with Bob Parkinson, who was our sports photographer for the longest time. And anything that I've done that is good during that era, he contributed to mightily. That was the first story we ever worked on together. His editing talents and his imagination lent an awful lot to what I did, but I appreciate you saying
that. But you know something? We're going to be running those tapes in the newsroom for many years to come.
It's okay with me.
Absolutely.
And we also want to tell people that there are more great Jim stories and memories on our website, WWL-TV.com. You can also share your comments for Jim. Plus, we'll have more of Jim's great career tonight at 6 and 10 o'clock. Back with a preview of 6 right after this.
I remember the days before COPD. My son and I never missed opening day. But with COPD making it hard to breathe, I thought those days might be over. So my doctor prescribed Symbicort. It helps significantly improve my lung function starting within 5 minutes. Symbicort doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. With Symbicort, today I'm breathing better. And that means game on. Symbicort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. Symbicort may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. With COPD, I thought I might miss out on my favorite tradition. Now, Symbicort significantly improves my lung function starting within 5 minutes, and that makes a difference in my breathing. Today, I'm back with my favorite team. Ask your doctor about Symbicort. I got my first prescription free. Call or click to learn more.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
The Spirit of Louisiana, WWL-TV Channel 4.
When I got into a car wreck, the insurance company was giving me the...
Old windows are drafty, hard to open, and difficult.
Causeway Coin Company, consumer approved at their two locations, Metairie and West Bank. Before doing business, make sure they are consumer approved.
Coming up new at 6 o'clock, Doug Mouton shows us how a North Shore school is dealing with the loss of a local teen killed in a crash on the interstate. That's our news at 5. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you back here in half an hour at 6 o'clock. But first, the CBS Evening News with Scott Keller.